Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. And remember, sometimes it's my truth. But most of the time, when I talk about raw issues, I give facts. And what I'm saying is the truth. Like, some people don't like to hear it. Like, they don't like to hear that relationships are too risky. Most people have mental issues. Most people are too passively aggressive to try to be in a relationship with. Most people are going to change too much through the years to grow old with. So on and so forth. Or when I talk about religion, how I talk about the things that were added, how the religions who basically are controlling the religions like puppets, so on and so forth. What's going on up here? People going 5 miles an hour. But on this broadcast, I'm going to talk about relocation. And a lot of people, including myself, want to relocate to one of a couple destinations. They call us snowbirds. But they need to come up with a term for people who's trying to escape high crime and go somewhere with less crime. You're going to have crime anywhere you go. But I want to go somewhere with less crime. I want to go somewhere where I can go to the store and people aren't trying to gaslight me to set me up for some type of robbery or some stuff. Because let's be honest, sometimes those conflicts never end. Even when you get the upper hand. Like, even if you get one of them, you don't get all of them, it's not going to be over. And they may try to go after your relatives. So, the weather is part of it with me, and also crime. I want to go somewhere where people just want to have fun, want to make their money, and pretty much stay out of trouble. People who are like-minded to myself. Because the thing is, like, I'm not like the scary guy. Like, I can be very, if the right button's pushed, I can be very aggressive. And I do a good job of controlling it. But some people, let's be honest, they too tough. Wink, wink. They think they can't lose, so they wake up in the morning to steal, rob, vandalize, destroy property, so on and so forth. Them, I don't want to live around them type. I want to live far away from those type. I don't want nothing to do with them because people don't change like they used to. And yeah, I'm a preacher, but I can tell you firsthand that people don't change. They don't change like they used to. You could be telling them something and they'll be trying to argue with you like they know what they're talking about and like you don't. That's how it usually is. And they could be a person that ain't touched the Bible in 10, 15, 20 years. But out of their disrespect for you and their disdain for you, they'll act like they know more than you about it. And they don't even know God at all. So the solution is just to get away from around these type. Now the older ones, they gonna just talk. A lot of them ain't gonna really do much of nothing but get on your nerve with stuff they say. But it's the younger ones that are more impulsive. You need to get away from around them. And the popular states are Texas, Arizona, Florida, Nevada. Why? Because they're warm. They don't get snow. That's why they call us snowbirds. Because me, I hate snow. But all of these places are dealing with a housing crunch. Dealing with every time a house comes up for rent, you have to pick between 100 suitors. So I'm going to give you a couple things that you need to know because I relocated to Texas once before. And I'm going to show you how you can rough it if you just want to get out of your city. And I'm going to show you how you can make it go smooth for you. The fact of the matter is, with this housing crunch, some of us just may have to move to better areas in our city first and just keep saving money. Keep trying to find you a house, because it's key for your relocation to go smooth. You want to have your job and housing in place. Like, especially the job. You get the offer letter. Some places, a lot of cities will give you a chance. So you got to at least get the offer letter from the job. And when you go to rent these houses and they try to verify your income, show them the offer letter. Because those two things are important, especially if you're moving to Texas. If you're moving to Arlington, Dallas, Houston, you want to get your job and your housing in place, because a lot of times them hotels, they'll turn against you and they'll try to think of reasons to get you out of those rooms. It could even be if they just tired of looking at you or tired of dealing with you, which does happen. It happened to us. You could not do anything. See, the thing about Texas, one of the negatives about Texas was that people, you have a small number of people to try to set you back even further. If you move to Texas, do not talk about where you're from unless they ask. And if you move to Texas, do not tell people anything negative of your business. If you're struggling, keep it to yourself. Because a lot of them, some people are just evil like that down there. They want to see you struggle even more. Like, if you have a job where your hours fluctuate, just go in there, be on time, do the best you can. Do not get into it with anyone, because they will cut your hours at those restaurants, at some of those ballparks. They'll cut your hours. So don't get into it with anyone. Kind of keep it shallow. So in terms of a smooth move, those three things are the most important: housing, job, and when you get on the job, don't talk about politics, don't talk about dating. If you're a red pill guy, know and understand that a lot of them people down there ain't. They still get burned all the time with relationships, yet still believe in them. So don't throw that in there. People sensitive about that now. Do not talk about child support. Do not talk about dating. Do not talk about politics. Do not talk about religion. If you connect with somebody, still don't talk about it at work. Unless you just got money piled up to the sky, so on and so forth. And it doesn't even matter. If it matters, don't talk about it. Because people will find a way to set you back, I'm telling you. Now, overall, people there are very friendly. It was easy to make friends, but don't be so needy. Let it happen on its own. You know, you'll know who's cool and who ain't. It's real easy to tell down there. Like, the people that you're going to be cool with, they're going to be coming around you. They're going to be joking around with you, so on and so forth. You'll be able to tell. But don't be so needy, especially if you're a woman. Don't go down there getting all busted up and knocked back. Because you can find people still get married down there. So you do have a slight chance if you don't rush it. It's slight though. Dating is slim pickings everywhere. You know, especially if you get rid of a good person, you might not have the blessing next time. So, yeah, those things are, it's a nice place, a lot of entertainment, decent food, a wide variety of selection of entertainment and food. Like whether you like gambling, you might not have that many casinos, but you got horse tracks, you got bingo halls, all through there. Dallas, Arlington, Grand Prairie. If you want to rough it, man, you can find a room down there. You can go down there by yourself, pay for your room for like 3 weeks, start working. Especially if you in the gig, you already got a job. You already know. You already got a job. So it's just a matter of, I would say, at minimum, if you don't have your job lined up, you want to have at least $5,000. $5,000. If you got a job lined up that pays every week or whatever, you can probably get away with $2,500. You start your job, you get paid the following week or whatever, and you still got your $2,500 or maybe some of it. But if you're taking a family down there, you want to have a little more money. $10,000 or more, you can go down there right now, housing or not. If you aggressive. And another thing in Texas, if you want to just leave, like let's say you live in these high crime guys with these locks, walking around punching people for nothing, robbing people, gaslighting you, actually panhandling, asking you to buy blunts, just trouble. So you got $10,000, just go down there and leave. You say, well, I don't got no car. If you ain't got no car, that might be a problem for you. Might be a problem there. Now, if you don't got no car, you gotta move. I don't know about Arizona. I ain't never been there, but I was gonna move there. What stopped me from them was the housing pinch. It was like $300-400 for every house to rent. And I heard from people that's there how they keep going up on the rent every couple months. How can you get ahead when people do that? Now, if you have a house as an asset, you could sell your house for $300,000. You in there. Especially, if you already well-to-do, there's no reason to wait. You could sell your house and just leave. If you live in a good area, like let's say you live in Brookfield, got a really nice house, put it up for sale, you get $450,000 for it, and you don't owe nothing or you owe very little, you can go down there and get your housing expense out the way right away. You can work anywhere if you don't got a housing expense in Texas. Because I had a job that only paid $12.75 an hour, and I was making an average of $600-700 a week with bonuses and overtime. So you can work anywhere. But you want to rough it, they got the budget suites down there. You're going to need some rain, though. And you're going to see roaches bigger than you ever seen in your life. I had names for them. You ain't going to have a really good internet connection. But you basically have a room. Like, you can pay like $1,400. Like, let's say you got $3,000. You say, I'm tired of St. Louis, Detroit, Milwaukee. I'm tired of Cleveland. I just want to leave. You got 28. You You got 2,800. You can go right down to Budget Suites. If you by yourself, pay for the whole month. Just work any job, build your money back up. You still got 900 for gas and food. That's a good amount. Build your money back up from working wherever you got to work. Whether you got to go to People Ready, get paid every day. That's one way I survived. Or you go to temp, or whatever let me get out of the sun. Whatever you got to do, like if you rough it, if you just want to leave now, that's how you could do it. If you got like 2,800, just go to a hotel or go to in-town suites, pay for the whole month, or pay for 5 weeks. Because after that fifth week, they may give you the taxes back right away. So you may get a discount right away. Or they might make you wait 5 weeks. And then in Texas, they give you the taxes back. I mean, it's a lot of perks of being down there. And now you could carry a gun with limited licensing. So you know that's going to put skepticism in the criminals down their head, which would make for a safer environment. Now, where I was at, North Arlington, was pretty safe. If you're a criminal, your kid's bad, please don't move there. Because it's a good place. And if you do, if you're a troublemaker, you try to move down there, then police gonna be on you like white on rice. Better believe it. And people do call the police more down there. So if you're a troublemaker, you think you finna be down there stealing cars, or your kids be stealing cars, all that, stay in your city. Because you're the person that people getting away from. This video ain't even for you. But moving on. 2,800. You can pay for the room for a month. And here's what's weird. When we were there, I was amazed at how the kids got along. Now I'm going to tell you a story. So I was in Budget Suites. I had trouble getting housing at first, slow finding a job. That's why I say if you got kids and your husband or whatever, you got a whole family, either you go down there first or you have more money. Do not, if you get one of them big tax refunds and you want to move, do not buy no big screen TVs or none of that. Trust me, you go down there, you have no business, you'll be able to get all that. You got errands. You got places that'll rent you that stuff for cheap. So, but if you by yourself and you want to go down there, 2,800 or so, like I said, you can go to in-town suites. You go to Budget Suites. You know, they clean the rooms up on a regular basis. You might just need something to keep those roaches out. Because down the roaches love that heat. Like whether you go to Mississippi, Texas, anywhere, roaches love that heat. But you can pay for the room for a month. Try to get you a job. If you having a slow time getting a job, especially if you got a car, boom, go right to People Ready. They got jobs that pay more than your jobs in your city now. And they pay every day. Everybody can't handle getting paid every day. You know, but you get paid every day and you can't handle it, you'll spend the money, just leave it on your card till the end of the week. Me, I can handle it. I'm used to it. Took a while, but I'm used to it now. So yeah, you can go to People Ready. If you're a good person, like if you don't commit crimes, you just want to have a good time, you ain't on like no harmful drugs, you may drink a little bit, you know, this, that. Why would you stay in the city full of troublemakers? full of angry people, full of people that's taking the wrong way in life. Where you can go to a city that might have some of these same people, but a different set of rules and circumstance. Like in Texas, those dudes know they'll get the death penalty. Those dudes know that if you do something, you better make sure it's worthwhile, because we ain't gonna see you for a while. So again, you think you taking these crime-infested kids down in Texas, they in Milwaukee, they in this Midwest getting away with everything, they're going to go down there and they're going to be in Gainesville State School, Mart, or one of them places until they 19, till they cop out. And then they may have more prison time to do after that. It ain't no funny game. The high-speed chases, y'all think that stuff funny? Go down there and do it to see how funny it is. The first time you get on one, bye-bye. We won't see you for a while. You go bye-bye. So again, this is more so for people who got structure in their lives. You know, if you got structure or you like structure, you're going to love Texas. I'm telling you. Regardless of what your religious affiliations are, there's something for everybody down there. You're going to love Texas if you love structure. Arlington, well, you got to be careful in Fort Worth because you got gangs on both sides. So if you take a delivery job, it's just something for you to think about. You know, some of those guys to be like gangbangers, they was actually cool, actually nice. But I wouldn't test them out too much. And I wouldn't be all going through their hoods. If you go in their hood and one of them say something like, just apologize. Hey, man, I don't know. I don't want no trouble, man. Don't do it in a scary way, though. But just, hey, man, you know, I respect whatever y'all got going down here. I'm going to close in a few minutes. So, yeah, that's the way you can make it smooth. That's the way you can rough it. Either way, you can go down. Now, if you got a family and you want to rough it, you might have to go Airbnb. You're going to have a little more money. You probably going to have to go Airbnb until you get a house or apartment. They got apartments down there that's so, like I had an apartment, and I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to get them no pub because they put a crooked move on us and caused everybody in that corner to get evicted, except for one unit. But they got apartments that's so big, whole families can be in them. They got 3-bedroom flats that are enormous. Now some of them you might have a noise factor. Where we were at, it wasn't really a noise factor because the apartments were so big, and there was 4 of them. I think we were in C. It was A, B, C, and D. And we were in C. So ours was a fence, and there was another apartment complex in the back. Ours was like right along the fence in the bottom corner. So we could hear each other when people go outside, but you couldn't hear like real good when they was in the house. Unless you come out the door, like I could hear the people across from us, but it wasn't like an issue for me or nothing like that. They were older. And then, like I say, you got a lot of entertainment there. What I do, like I have my teams, Bucks, Packers, Brewers, that I'm always root for. But if I move somewhere, I'm going to root for their team. Like, I'm not going to be down there arguing with people about if the Cowboys play the Packers. I was actually rooting for the Cowboys to beat the Packers only because I got to the point where I hated Wisconsin. But then I got down there and I was down there for a while and I started to miss certain aspects of it. But when I came back here, people didn't tell me how it went all the way to the left, how bad it done got. It's horrible. Like this, like you have to go far out just not to see people who you might get in a car accident with because they recklessly drive. People trying to get you to buy them blunts and getting mad if you don't. Young underage kids. Panhandlers blocking the door to the store that you want to go in. It's just, it was never perfect, but it's like terrible now. I know y'all heard about the 6 bodies found in the house. I know y'all heard about, because Willie D be reporting on a lot of it. So I know y'all hear about some of the stuff that's going on here. The school got shot up. Girlfriend just got killed, canceled by her boyfriend. Nobody that I was talking to told me the extent of it. So now I'm finna get up out of here. I already found a job because I knew that from last time that's how I wanted to do it, because my 2 adult sons, they still live with us, which is smart. Why throw these bills on yourself? Save your money up first. And we have daughters, young daughters. So I'm going to go down there first. And maybe in a month or so, I'm going to come back. And they all going to be down there. We all going to be down there. So I found a job first this time. Hopefully I'll like it. It's in my career field. I've heard some good and bad things about it. But even if I don't like it, I know what to do now because I went through the worst and the best the first time. I lived there from 2014 to 2017. Lived in Texas. Lived in Irving for a little while, Euless, Arlington. So, it's good and bad. Like, most of the bad is people playing games at work, Your best bet at a lot of those jobs are just, sit back, talk a little bit, be polite, but not over talkative. Kind of like if it's somebody you think is cool, and y'all just sit by them in the break room. Like don't try to go sit next to him, especially if you're a woman. He gonna think he can smack. You might not want him to smash. If they sitting right here, then sit across from them at the same table where you could, if they say something to you, you could get in a conversation. But for the most part, just stick to yourself, speak, be polite, and observe the people and find out which ones is cool, which ones ain't. The ones that ain't, don't get into it with them. Just try to limit your dealings with them so they won't try to mess you up. Most of you is down there to have a better life. So don't let people from there or people who come there mess you up. Most of the people I'm telling you, this is weird. Most of the people that you meet and that you probably gonna mess with are gonna be from other countries or from other cities. Like if you from the Midwest, man, most of the Midwest people just connect because they all down there trying to get away. So most of them connect. Like I had some real Kansas City, Detroit, Flint, like talking to people, like, and as far as the South, like the people from Louisiana was pretty cool. Some of them can be kind of rough. But don't just trust any of them people down there that are out the gate. But the people that I was cool with, pretty much from all over, like some of the Latinos, they see you as competition. If you black, just know that. Like if you're from the Midwest, a lot of the Midwest, the Latinos have their own side of town, and they used to dealing with blacks. Like, and they not, for the most part, probably not a problem. But down there, you're gonna have the ones that ain't American citizens that's gonna see you as competition. You're gonna have the ones that started out not American citizens that might see you as competition. But then you're gonna have the ones that was born and raised in the United States. I was cool with the majority of them. Real cool, like really cool. Like the last job I was at before I left, me and a young guy, like young Latino guy, he was like 19 at the time. We were having so much fun at work that they moved him to another station. Because they kept coming past and hear us laughing. We'll still be doing our work. But, you know, we had got pretty cool. So they moved him to the other side, another station. Yeah, I'm just going to close this video out. I could talk forever about this. But, yeah, you want it smooth. If you have a house, sell your house here. You want to move for a reason. Why would you come back here? Like either make that house a rental property or sell it. And then, like depending on how much you get, like let's say you don't live in the best area, but you own your house. And your house is paid off or close to being paid off. You could sell your house. Let's talk numbers real quick. Let's say you live in a less desirable area of Milwaukee, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Detroit, Flint, Kansas City. These rough cities with these rough characters that'll shoot you down quick, gang up on you, whatever. You can get $150 for the house. Put the house up for $150, and if somebody say, well, I'll give you $140, just take it. Just take it, because if you still working especially, you could take that money, move somewhere else, either buy you another house, like get a new mortgage, or whatever. Let's say you say, well, I got to have my own house. Okay. You used to owning your own house. You sell your house for $140. You only owe $20,000 on it, $30,000. So you still got $110. Then Texas, you can find a nice house for $350. Put that 30% down, 20-30, put like $90,000 down on it. $80,000, $90,000. You still got $30,000 sitting on it. You sitting on $30,000. If you have a slow time getting jobs, just work anywhere to start. I'm telling you. Put up with it. Put up with the nonsense. Get those checks. Put that check right in the bank with your other money. Put it in the bank. Use what you need. You got another house. You good to go. The thing about Texas, though, is the foreclosures, evictions, they come around pretty quick. So you don't want to be more than 45 days late with your mortgage. But you got up to 45 days. All they're going to be doing is calling you, but they really ain't going to do nothing. So you got up to 45 days to pay it. Now on your credit report, you need, if you don't want your credit to go down, you need to pay your mortgage like within 30 days. But yeah, that's one thing you could do. Or let's say you're living in an apartment, you're just ready to go. You got a bunch of nice stuff. Man, you either throw that stuff in the moving truck, you can put it in storage down there. You get a couple storages. Just make sure you pay it. Because I lost my stuff one time not paying them storages. But Um, you could either sell your stuff, you got a couple cars and it's just you, sell one of them cars. Put that money in your pocket. You could buy cars later. Because the most important things is your wellness, happiness, and your safety. In some of these cities, like the city I live in, let's be honest, it's not safe. It's not safe. I told my son was getting mad. I told him, look, we go somewhere, at least two of us need to stay back. I said, because I'm telling you, these guys be watching and they will try to get in our house. They done stole packages off our porch. All type of stuff. Milwaukee but that's all I'm going to say. This is the truth, man. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe. I saw one of the subscribers' name. The other one I didn't see. I apologize. But I want to thank both of y'all. And the name that I saw was Luella Blackledge. Thanks for subscribing. Depending on what you're looking for, I think I'll have something for everybody. You'll be all right. You'll get some entertainment. You'll get some valuable information. So yeah, I know I was focused on Texas, but Arizona, all them other places the same. They got housing problems. So you gotta have money. Don't move to any of these places without $0. Vegas, Texas, Florida, Arizona, don't do it. Get at minimum $2,500. If you got $2,500, you better be aggressive taking any job and aggressive trying to find a job. But thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. I'm sure I'll have more videos later.